Welcome to our Mock Interview Pro Series. Today, we're diving into the role of a resident engineer. Whether you're overseeing construction projects or tackling unexpected challenges, being prepared is key. Let's kick things off with a common scenario you might face in this role. Can you tell me about a time when you had to collaborate with a challenging colleague on a project? How did you manage the situation? Interviewers ask this to see how you handle interpersonal challenges and work towards positive outcomes in a team setting. Here are some strategies to consider when preparing your answer. Select a specific example that clearly illustrates the challenge. Discuss how the colleague's behavior impacted the team. Outline the steps you took to improve the situation. Highlight any positive results from your actions. Use I statements to emphasize your contributions. Now, let's look at an example response that pulls these elements together.
In a recent project, I worked with a colleague who often dismissed others' ideas. I arranged a one-on-one meeting to discuss our differing perspectives. By actively listening to their concerns and sharing my viewpoints collaboratively, we improved communication. This led to a more respectful team environment and successfully completed the project.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for resident engineer. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Describe a conflict you resolved between team members during a project. This question aims to understand your conflict resolution skills and ability to maintain team harmony. To craft a compelling response, consider these guidelines. Clearly and concisely identify the conflict. Explain your role in resolving the issue. Detail the steps you took to address the conflict and restore harmony. Emphasize the positive outcome and lessons learned. Keep it relevant to the role of a resident engineer. Let's explore an example of how you might respond to this question.
During an infrastructure project, two engineers disagreed over design specs. I organized a meeting for open discussions, mediating between them to find a compromise. This not only led to an approved design ahead of schedule, but also reinforced the value of effective communication.
Can you provide an example of how you've led a team through a challenging engineering problem? This helps assess your leadership abilities and how you guide a team through difficult situations. Here are some points to remember when constructing your response. Choose a specific, significant engineering challenge. Describe your role and how you organize the team. Highlight the actions you took to tackle the problem. Mention the outcome and any lessons learned. Keep the focus on your leadership skills. Here's an example of how you might articulate your leadership experience.
At XYZ Inc., we faced a delay due to equipment failure. As lead engineer, I set up daily meetings for progress checks and task delegation. By fostering open communication, we quickly resolved the issue, completing the project on schedule. This taught the team the value of proactive problem solving.
Imagine being informed of a major design flaw right in the middle of construction. What steps would you take to handle this? This situational question evaluates your decision-making skills in high-pressure scenarios. When forming your strategy, consider these steps. Quickly assess the severity and impact of the flaw. Communicate the issue to project managers and relevant stakeholders. Identify potential solutions or alternatives. Collaborate with the design team on necessary changes. Document the incident and solutions for future reference. Let's take a look at how you might handle this situation effectively.
First, I would assess the flaw's severity and impact on safety and timelines. I'd then inform the project manager and key stakeholders. Collaborating with the design team, we'd explore solutions and document everything for future insights.
What would you do if a project you're overseeing is going over budget? This question assesses your ability to manage costs and make financial decisions effectively. To answer this, think about these steps. Analyze the budget to pinpoint overspending areas. Engage your team to brainstorm cost-saving measures. Prioritize essential tasks and consider delaying non-critical ones. Communicate openly with stakeholders for their input. Implement strict expense tracking moving forward. Here's a practical example of tackling a budget overrun.
I'd start by reviewing the budget to find overspending areas, then meet with my team to discuss cost cutting ideas like timeline adjustments. Prioritizing tasks and maintaining open communication with stakeholders would help mitigate the issue efficiently.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step by step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.